Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction for Overlord. It is season 2 episode 1 and you know what to do. As always, if you want to see the reaction, please go down into my descriptions. There is a link to my dailymotion where you can see it, or a link to my Google Drive where you can download it in case you want to. So, watch it, come back here and hear me out about what I thought about it. See you soon. To those of you that came back, welcome back. Well, there was a lot in this episode. I mean, seriously. Normally, I write down half of what I've done this time. It was so much, and I'm pretty sure I did not catch all. I was not able to write down the names of the seeds as example, the 7th and 8th seeds that were mentioned in the beginning. So, yes, I know you always say pause it and then write it down, but I don't want to get out of the flow, you know? So, let's talk about what happened. There's quite a lot. First things first. Did I miss a wedding? I mean, why is Nabarel his wife now? I mean, she never stated that in the past. I mean, she always considered herself, there's no question. But it really seems to me like they married and I didn't get it. I mean, it was about the ring maybe that he gave her in the first season. But he gave that to others now as well, so not sure. However, we had a lot of new things. So it started off with a Rubik's Cube, which I like. It's a very cool start for an episode to just show a Rubik's Cube being used. And that gives already a lot of information. So the girl and the man, so the woman and the man, stated that the Rubik's Cubes were invented or brought to them by the 6th grade gods. And if I wasn't right, 600 years ago? So, seeing that the Rubik's Cube is from our world, it is very likely that those gods were players. But that means that there were players a lot of time in the past. 600 years ago, it means that other players are in this world, but they are not automatically all in the same time. So they're like spread all over time maybe. Or maybe Ainz is just a late arrival, don't know. We will see. But that's interesting. I'm not sure who the guy was, but the girl seems to be pretty dangerous. She reminds me of some other characters due to the fact of her 2 different eyes. She is very secure of her own powers, so she's aware that she's powerful, and the guy stats as well. He said in his opinion she would be able to beat the vampire, Shaltir. I'm not sure if he's overplaying it a little bit, you know, to honor her or anything, but at least she is someone of a very high power level, so we should be aware of her. If I saw it correctly, she has a size in the background, some kind of. She is a little bit weird. So it was not only about beating others. If there would be a man who would be able to beat her, she wanted to have a child with this man. So she is about procreating with the strongest male possible. Well, we all know if one, then it should be Ainz, but I'm not sure if he's able to procreate. I mean, he's undead. Can he have children? I guess not. And if anyone will find out, it will be Nabarel. So, I see potential for the future. If there's ever a fight and she's going after him, there will be a clinch between this woman and Nabarel for sure. But first, we will see who she is, what she's capable of. I guess we will see her not in the beginning in the next episodes, in my opinion. I think she's someone who will come in later on as a major threat to Nazarick. They mentioned while they were talking multiple seeds. So 7th seed, 8th seed, and so on, with names which I didn't write down. I guess those are kind of, that's like, it's in the theocracy that I know. I guess it's like the council, that they are like the leaders of the theocracy, and there are multiple seats. I'm not sure if the number of seed is somehow matched to a power level, but I think we will learn about that as well. But we get a lot more insight now. A lot of new players enter the field. Then they jumped to somewhere else, and by the map that Ainz showed later, I guess this is in those city-states in the north. Because there was mentioned that in those city-states they have multiple dragons as counselors. And we jumped to a dragon named Tsar, which, by the way, I know from a roleplay universe. There is a goddess, female goddess, name for the goddess of, I think it was like agriculture, life, and healing, something like that, you know. But I guess that's not what it is about. However, this dragon named Tsar seems to be pretty wise, so counselor fitting. There was an armor standing in the corner, which reminds me a lot of the armor of Lord Don't Touch Me. Lord Touch Me's son. So I think it is an armor from Yggdrasil. So, and Rigid, the old woman that was appearing, stated that Tsar had transformed his form into the dragon. So I guess possibly Tsar is a player from Yggdrasil who, somehow to stay alive, possibly it's a matter of age as well, that you age, transformed himself into a dragon, or maybe he fused himself, his soul, whatever, with a dragon. I guess there's more to come about that. But that's just a guess. It might be just a very high level hero, but I think it might be a player as well. The old woman named Rigid seems to be very powerful, an old adventurer, I guess. She worked together with Tsar. And she gave a ring to a youngster, as she stated. So that is kind of saying as well that possibly she's stronger than this youngster. It took for me a while to see who he is. I wasn't sure. So I'm pretty sure the youngster is our royal warrior, which we met in the first season, which I like. He's a nice dude. So he got this ring, which enables him to transform his body. I'm not sure what that means. It may mean that your body gets strengthened, but it may mean as well that you're like a doppelganger, so you can change your outer appearance. I'm not sure about that. So I keep both options in mind. I tend to go with the first one, but if the second one would be the truth, then it means someone replaced the royal head warrior, which would be sad. But we will see. As I said, I go with option one at the moment. The fact that Tsar and Rigid are aware of Yggdrasil, and he ordered her to search for specific items, like they were in Yggdrasil, I think is even more proof that at least Tsar is from Yggdrasil. So we get a lot more vibes about the connection of the game world in the past and this real world now. Got that. Yeah, then we went a little bit. There was a small council with the king, and we went on the floor and we met Princess Renna, who a lot looks like the typical, hi, I'm the princess, I'm so pretty, you know? I'm looking forward to her, strangely enough. She seems to be, because we haven't seen much from her. At the moment, she's a very one-sided beauty princess, and that's it, and she's going for a walk and riding and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised, because it is Overlord, if she would be kick-ass. And I would like it. I would like, because I like if some stereotypes are broken, you know? That's a nice thing to see. So she went out together with her personal guard, Climb, which is a strange name, you know? And what do you do all the day? Climb. Yeah, however. So I think that's more neither they brought in for the first episode new characters, which we will learn more in the future about, I guess. We had a small intermission with Lord Ainz, with Momonga in this case. It was Momong kicking ass, killing a basilisk with one hit. A very huge basilisk, but still. I like the design of this, the fact that he has 8 legs, but they are in pairs, so it's more like 4 legs, but double. I guess it was a kill quest for the guild. And well, then he went back to the tomb instantly. I'm aware that the king wants to meet him, which will be interesting. I look forward to it. At the moment, the king seems to me like the typical wise and good king who tries to do the best for his kingdom and for his people. So I would like it if it would stay that way. Because at the moment I'm conflicted. Already since the end of the last season already. But it is growing stronger now. I'm conflicted with if I should root for Lord Ainz, because yes, he is the hero of our story, but it is turning more and more into this way that he, at least at the moment, starts doing things that are evil. I mean, he is evil, so sure he is, but I'm not happy with that. I would somehow personally would like if he would turn more good, which is not fitting. I know, I'm sorry. But I really don't want to see him kill off those lizards, as example. Or if he realizes, oh, that's a nice and good king. I mean, if he's evil, he would take over the kingdom if he could, just to have the resources, if needed. The thing is that he wants to stay hidden at the moment. That's why he's not doing major moves. So, I'm not sure where this is going. However, let's go back. Then we had the intro. So, that was pretty late into the episode. So, they brought in a lot before the intro itself with new music, which I like, but I really miss the old music. I really like the first season intro. And we could see already a lot of new characters into the intro. So we had the lizards, which we met later. We had barbarians, which were mentioned that they have a village to the west, I think, or not village, that says an area to the west. Where they are, and right now Demiurg is there as well. We had the princess and some others. We had an adventurer group with blonde hair. I haven't seen in this episode yet, so I'm not sure who they are. We had this masked one with the red cape. We had like a white mask with red stuff in and a red cape. I'm not sure who he is. Maybe he's another of the Floor Guardians. I mean, we haven't met two yet. If it is a Floor Guardian, I would guess it is Victim. But it might be someone else. So, waiting for it. We had Mushroom Head, the barkeeper. So, cool guy. And we had the penguin. So, strange things again. Well, so much for the intro. We went in, and apart from the fact that I was very confused about the fact that Momonga and Albedo seem to be married now, or at least act as though, they went off to the building of a second tomb, a decoy tomb, so that if someone is searching for the tomb, in case he or she will find this tomb first. So that they can first check who is attacking. It still goes with the strategy of Ainz, which I think is very clever still, to keep hidden, to first learn about the world. And in season 1, for a very long time, it seemed like it wasn't necessary, you know? He just went out and overpowered everything. So that was like, you don't have to stay hidden, you just rush over the world. In the end of this season, there were the first glimpses that there are other things who might be dangerous, and it ended off with the world item, which is a danger. And now in the starting of season 2, we learn, not him yet, but we learn that there are others out there who might be real danger to the tomb. Some even clearly stating that they are good and he is evil, whatever he is. So Tsar, it seems, considers himself as a good thing, as a good force, and he realizes that there's a new evil force in the world. So just by definition, they would have to clinch against each other. We will see. So it was the right move to keep hidden as good as possible. They're building this this new tomb, and so they have kind of robots, like living armors, I guess, that are building everything. And I like the fact that there is like an overseer who looks seems for each part of the tomb building there's a different overseer, I guess. And this one looks a lot like Ainz in very small and fragile. I mean, he has the same cape, he's undead. It was very much like him in very small in the beginning, you know, a level 10 Ainz, having an imp creature as messenger who was sent out to Aura, who seems to oversee all of it. We met Pestle, something with pest. I wrote it down, I think. Pestonia, who is either a servant or a cook. She might be some kind of warrior as well. She's at the moment working as a servant for Aura, bringing him the food, which is a very high-class burger. Ah, I just got hungry. Holy crap. And there seems to be like a chef, like the cook for everyone, so maybe we'll meet him as well. Why not? I like it. And Aura at the moment has the watch that uses the voice of Lady Buru. I'm not sure completely. So his creator, her creator, it's her, Aura's female, right? Her creator. And there was a moment that Albedo kind of told Ainz, if you ever consider a permanent gift to Aura, it is this watch. I mean, everyone would love to have an item of the original creators, but having the item of your creator, who additionally, this item has the voice of your creator in it, talking to you from time to time, I can see that this is a major gift. Although it might not be extremely powerful. It is a personal thing. It's an emotional thing. So he might consider that. It would be a good way to secure the loyalty even further. Not that it would be needed, you know. Yeah. Then we had the map. So I wrote down the different kingdoms and empires and everything. We already knew of the three that were in this kind of war. But now we have the Arkland Council States, which is where the Dragon Tsar possibly is. A Holy Kingdom, which I got no information about. What are they? So they are completely undefined yet. I think we haven't seen anything of them yet. And we have these barbarian tribes. Just one moment, have to write it down. Which means not only barbarians, but like different things that are just clinching with each other in the east, where Demiurge is. So they're a little bit spreading out. Demiurge is there. Tsar is overseeing the building, the construction. Sebas is still traveling through the kingdom to gather informations and trying to be a lure if needed. Concitus is just sent out to attack the village, I guess, of the lizard man, I'm pretty sure. Short here is not really herself at the moment. She's still down in the dumps. So they are really spreading out. If there would be a concentrated attack on Netherrick right now, there wouldn't be all Guardians on board. So this might be a danger in the future on the one hand. The other thing is each of them separately can be attacked outside of Netherrick. So they have to be aware of that as well. But thus they're still very discreet about what they're doing. One can hope it's not happening yet. We went for Shortier then, who is drowning herself into alcohol, which isn't working because she's undead, as the barkeep told her. But it doesn't matter because she's playing it, you know? So, his name is Piki. He is the mushroom barkeeper. I like him. He reminds me a little bit of the barkeeper from My Hero Academia. You know, there's this evil dude as well. Seems to be a constant theme. And then we had Eclair, which is a penguin, the butler. Okay, named being Eclair. well, whatever. They gave a cocktail named Nazarick to her. I like the idea. That is a very clever idea to create a cocktail with layers and the amount of layers that Nazarick has. That is pretty clever. Maybe they will go in for that later on, or it's just a little joke, you know. But I really liked that one. It was a small thing, but it was very funny and important. So Sholtia at the moment has the problem that she's deep in regret and sorrow because she attacked Lord Ainz and has problems dealing with it. And Albedo stated that maybe a punishment would help. On the one hand, you might say, yeah, it's Albedo, she wants her to be punished, you know? But on the other hand, she might be on a point there. It is, from time to time, if people cannot forgive themselves, the thing is that if you say, I forgive you, it doesn't help either, because they feel like they need to do something, that they have to suffer something, that they have to be punished in the end. So, Lord Ainz is thinking about it, and I think it is a good. It needs to be done. He needs his Floor Guardian back on board in full power. So, I guess that's something we will see in the next or second next episode. Then Cositus was set in charge of the first war ever that the tomb will have in this world, and I'm pretty sure what we see on this picture here, the messenger that declares death upon the lizards, is the first move. I mean, at least they are sending a message first. I was kind of hoping that they would maybe like ask, like, hey, maybe use your dead. I mean, if they die, they will have graveyards or anything like that. So wouldn't that be enough to use those? Whatever. We learned a little bit about the lizards. So there is Sarius. I hope I wrote him down correctly. Is a brother of the chief, someone who was once outside of the village. So they are very, very secluded. They don't go out. They don't mix with the other races in the meaning of they're living a very sheltered life. Which makes them a perfect target. No question. If they would be wiped out, no one would realize. That's the problem. So it's very fitting for the way that Ainz is working. But as I said, I'm not happy with it because, and they showed, I mean, they are playing with it. They showed little lizard kids running around and having fun. So we are not attacking an evil empire here. Right now, the tomb is going to attack a tribe that are just living with nature and want to get a good life, you know? So they are not evil, they are no danger, they're just, he's just using, Momonga is seeing him just as a resource. So that's the first time, in my opinion, that we really see that he can be cruel and evil. And as I said, I'm not happy with that, but that's a personal thing. So we will see what's happening. Thus, Zarius, the brother of the chief, was outside of the village before on adventures. He might have some connections outside. It might very well be that he is like getting others involved in this fight. Not sure what's going to happen, so we will see how the attack is happening. Seeing that the lizards are the target because they can be higher level than humans, it is possible that they are more of a threat or more of a real enemy than a human village would be. So possibly they can defend themselves a little bit better. Although I highly doubt that they will really stand a chance against the Tomb of Netherrick if the tomb unleashes all its powers on them. So that's it. Next time. Well, I'm pretty sure we will go on with this attack. It might be next time or the time after, because we have multiple areas of interest now. We have multiple plot lines, to say so, which they put out. So we have this lizard village attack here going on, which is Cositus, possibly alone at the moment with some undeads. I don't know what he's using. We have the building of the tomb, of the secondary tomb, with Aura. where I'm not sure if there's something interesting happening, but maybe we'll jump there. We will have the plot line about Demiurg, I'm pretty sure, because we have seen barbarians in the intro and we have seen him, so possibly they will jump there too. We do have Sebas, who's still running around as a different plot line, and we have the king, who requests an audience with orders an audience with Momon, with the adventurer, to meet him and thank him. So I think there might be something happening. And those are just the plot lines of the Tomb of Nazarick. Question is if we will see some plot lines from the view of the enemies. So like from Tsar, from this mysterious woman in the beginning, and so on. So I'm pretty sure we will not have like consistent episodes which just focus on one plot. I guess in season 2 we will see more jumping between plot lines, which is a way to stretch the time and everything, but it brings in more of the world. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh yeah, and short here, not to forget, and everything that's happening in the tomb. So enough of plot lines. Well, that's it. Looking forward what's going to happen next. And well, I hope you do as well. This is it for me. My name is Relax and Panic. Please, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and see you soon. Goodbye and out.